It's your boy, Ringo TV. You already done know what it is. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Top of the morning. It's gonna probably rain. I don't really care. Work gotta get done. We are talking about chosen ones. You are being monitored. Yeah, that's right. This is what you hear on social media. You hear a lot of content where they're constantly telling you that you're being monitored, that there are monitoring spirits that are somehow after you and looking for you, or whatever the case is, right? Let's talk about that, because I got a lot of time, right? It's early in the morning, 6:30 a.m., and we got work to do. So let's get down to business. This topic about monitoring spirits, it's BS at the end of the day. I don't believe in none of that mess. It makes no sense when you really think about it, because here's the thing that we have to all understand, right? If you are truly a chosen one of the Most High, right? Where in the Bible does it say you're gonna have monitoring spirits that are chasing you around? And what exactly are they monitoring? See, these are the things that you have to ask yourself, because there's so much content online where, and I'm gonna do a lot of videos. I'm gonna do a lot of videos about this issue, because what I realize is the dark side want to use what the true chosen ones are supposed to do and capitalize off of that to pretty much keep you mentally paralyzed by feeding you a bunch of nonsense that makes no sense. First thing first, what is a monitoring spirit? And where do you find them? And what exactly is their purpose? Because to be honest with you, it makes absolutely no sense. Because here's the thing. What are you doing that someone needs to monitor? And why you? Why no one else? See, the idea of someone monitoring you in terms of a spirit is coming from paranoia. It's coming from people that are paranoid about whatever the situation is. And it's like they don't have nothing else to talk about. So it's like they're going around saying, oh, you're being monitored. Monitored by what? What exactly are you being monitored by? Does that make any sense? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But this is what you're gonna find on social media. You're gonna find people saying you got monitoring spirits that are chasing you around, that are doing this, that are doing that. And to be honest with you, that's not the case. There is absolutely no such thing as somebody monitoring you or doing anything like that. It's just not happening. You have to understand that you are living in a world where you have responsibilities. You have a life to live. The only people who could be monitoring you is people that are around you. But to say that these are monitoring spirits, right? What exactly is their goal? Because anybody could be monitored. You know what I'm saying? Like when you walk into a store, you're being monitored. When you walk into the hospital, you're being monitored. Everybody's watching you. So what makes you so special as a chosen one that spirits are being sent to monitor you? Like I said, we got a lot to talk about. I'm gonna be doing a lot of videos where I'm gonna be exposing fake chosen ones. That's what I'm gonna pretty much be doing. Because I realize that there's a lot of people, man, that are using this gimmick called chosen one to keep you trapped, to keep you in a pit where you pretty much are taking the advice from these very same spirits that you claim is monitoring you. Do you understand that? So I want you all to understand that this is not a game. This is serious business. When it comes to this idea of monitoring spirits, there is absolutely no such thing. It's a gimmick. It's a lie. It's something that will gravitate with people because they're paranoid. They want to believe that people are monitoring them. But the question you have to ask yourself is this: if you're not doing nothing productive with your life, if you ain't doing anything that is of any benefit to anyone, why would anybody be monitoring you? If you're not affecting change in this world, why would someone be monitoring you? Does that make any sense? It don't make no sense at all. See, if I'm out here at 6 a.m. doing content, I'm at my job, I'm working. I'm at my job, I'm doing what I gotta do, and I'm getting a workout at the same time. So now, if someone was looking out their window, right, watching me, filming, that would be considered monitoring, but not necessarily. It's just so happened that they see somebody recording themselves. But to say that you got spirits that are literally out here monitoring you, it's insane. It's crazy. And this is what happens a lot of times when people are paranoid about being watched. I understand that as a chosen one, you get a lot of attention, a lot of eyes, but this happens to a lot of different people. You don't necessarily have to be a chosen one to have someone watch you. People watch celebrities all the time. That doesn't mean that they're a chosen one. See, when you watch my content regarding chosen ones, trust and believe, you're gonna get the real deal. Because I'm not gonna play any games with you. I'm not gonna manipulate you. I'm not going to use catchphrases to try to keep you, I guess, tuned in. No, I wanna give you the real. Because I could always play the game and be like, yeah, guys, you know, you got spirits monitoring you and, you know, the devil is everywhere. And I don't got time for that because that's a lie. I'm just being honest with you. That's a big lie. And I want you to understand that because if not, you're literally going to live a life of misery where you're going to be paranoid, thinking the worst possible thing ever. You're going to think that everybody's out to get you. Everybody's monitoring you. And that's crazy, man. Like, let's just be real. Again, if you're not doing anything productive, if you're not working on anything, if you're not building anything, why would anybody be watching you? For what? It makes no sense at all. You know what I mean? It makes absolutely no sense for anybody to just be monitoring you just to monitoring you. So, okay, if they're monitoring you, that would mean there's a database, right? Again, this makes absolutely no sense, but I get it. People want to believe these type of things. I want you to understand the truth. And the truth is, there is no such thing as monitoring spirits. Because what that promotes is fear. It promotes fear in the listener because, I mean, think about it. If you hear YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagrammers, anybody on social media talking about there are spirits monitoring you, that stuff will make you get a little paranoid because you'll be thinking like, damn, you really got spirits out there watching me? Nobody's watching you like that, bro. Like, that's mental madness. And if you keep listening to that poison, it's gonna ruin your life. It's gonna make you get to the point where you're not gonna trust nothing around you. Why? Because in your mind, everybody's a spirit. You get what I'm saying? So you don't want to be walking around with this mindset that typically comes from fear mongering. You know, when people talk about, you know, the world is coming to an end, blah, 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 all of this bologna sandwiches, you don't want to listen to that garbage. Because that stuff right there, it's just bad business, fam. You know, let me take a walk down here, see where this area go. I'll just go down here, something different, you know. So, like I was saying, you don't want to listen to content where the people are telling you that there are spirits that are monitoring you. That is a lie. That is a gimmick. It's not true. There is no spirits that are walking around monitoring you. That's crazy. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But this is the kind of stuff that you get on social media. This is what you get. You'll get people that are literally going around talking about, yeah, you know, the devil is busy, the devil is monitoring you, and all this other mumbo jumbo. I can't really walk down here because there's no sidewalks, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna kind of just chill right here and walk back and whatnot. Let me wait for this car to pass because I don't want to be in the way. But at the end of the day, I want you to all understand, right? There is no such thing as monitoring spirits, right? It's a gimmick. It's a big gimmick that is designed to literally brainwash you into believing mumbo jumbo. So let's walk back to the community because there's no sidewalk. And I don't want to pretty much be in the middle of the street. I don't want to be in the street and whatnot. But let's get a little deeper into the conversation because I know some of you, you've been taught this. I understand. You've been taught that there are these demonic spirits that are monitoring you and keeping tabs on you. This is a lie. This is a flat out lie, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me when I tell you. I'm a social media guy. I'm a digital creator. I've been doing this for, man, a very long time. I understand the business of social media. You understand? And one thing I've learned is that you got a lot of gimmicks. You have a lot of people that are pulling your chain with a lot of stuff that they know is going to get your attention. Because remember, one of the key aspects of social media is keeping the viewer's attention. Keeping their attention. Because to be honest, the attention span of the average adult is pretty short. So in order to really captivate their mind, you have to say something or speak on topics that is interesting to keep their attention span, you know, watching you for a very long time. So what they're essentially doing is playing. They're playing on your emotions. They're playing on traumas that happened in your past, traumas that you hold due to things that happened to you as a child, right? Like I said, I'm going to be covering a lot of videos where I'm going to be exposing this particular scam that a lot of social media influencers are doing. And it's really bad, but in my line of work, this is what I do. And I love to do it too. So getting back to the topic, right? This whole thing of monitoring spirits, it's a gimmick. It's not true. You understand? There are no spirits walking around monitoring you because you're a chosen one. It makes no sense. I know it sounds interesting. It sounds a little, you know, like weird and whatnot. But to be honest, that's not happening. People, yeah, people can monitor you, but that's pretty much normal. I mean, how many times have you monitored somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times have you seen somebody, or you're in your neighborhood and you see something weird, or somebody's doing something and you're just watching them to kind of see what's going on? So everybody would be guilty of monitoring somebody if that's the case, right or wrong. So I don't want you to walk around with this mindset believing that somebody is monitoring you in some spirit world. It makes no sense. I know, I'm cracking some jokes with this thing, but to be honest, it's serious. It really is serious because people believe this stuff. And if you get enough people to believe this, it can really be dangerous. And this is something that a lot of people is doing right now. They're capitalizing off of your fears. They're capitalizing off of the things you've been through as a child. For example, you'll have content creators, right? They'll make videos and they'll talk about stuff like, oh, when you was a child, your parents neglected you, you're a chosen one, and all of this mumbo jumbo. Well, why are they doing this? Because they're playing on your emotions. Very, very dangerous game, but in order to make a dollar, people will pretty much say and do about anything. My job is just to give you the truth so that you can pretty much know what's going on, because I don't want you to be deceived. I don't want you to walk around blind where people are taking advantage of you and you really don't know what's going on. I don't want that happening. I want you to be smart and make good choices. Good morning. I want you to make sure that this is something that you do to empower yourself, And this is why when I do my content, I always try to make people recognize the differences between right and wrong. Now, I'm the type of person that I acknowledge people. I try to be the nice guy. I try to do what's right. Once I do that, right, and I recognize that people don't reciprocate that energy, I don't say nothing to nobody. Like, for example, even in this neighborhood, right? If I see certain people and I'm walking by them, I'll say good morning. If they don't say good morning back, I would never say nothing to them ever again, because that's how I move. Because your spirit tells me a lot about you. If you're not a person who is friendly, it shows in the character and how you move as a person. You know what I mean? Because typically I don't need friends. I don't really like talking to people. I really don't like nobody, to be honest with you. But I'm still fairly a nice guy. You know what I mean? If that make any sense. So you have to understand, the only people who can actually monitor you is people, not demonic spirits. That makes no sense. Like, how do you know? Like, let's just be honest. If a demonic spirit is monitoring you, right? How do you know that? So let me get this straight. So if anybody's looking at you, it's a monitoring spirit. It makes no sense, man. This is why with me as a chosen one, I just stay to myself, because it seems like everybody have lost their mind. Everybody's crazy, everybody got problems, and I get it. There are people in the world that are jealous of you. There's people probably watching me that's mad just because I'm doing what I do. But I don't care. Why? Because I don't know them. They don't pay my bills. I don't have no interest in knowing them. You know why? Because I roll solo. But to listen to content where people are telling you that you got monitoring spirits that are literally watching you, that is insane. It's crazy. And again, I know it sounds interesting. It sounds like it could be true. But the truth of the matter is, it's not true. Sad to say, it's not true. There is nobody that is monitoring you but your imagination. Your imagination is playing games with you, fam. And this is why it's very dangerous to listen to content where people are feeding you this kind of, I just can't even explain it. It's just really bad to constantly listen to content that is telling you that somebody's monitoring you. Because what that's gonna do, look, if you walk around thinking that somebody's watching you all the time, you're gonna be a paranoid person. Like literally, you're gonna be paranoid, you're gonna be afraid, you're gonna be suspicious of everyone. Do you really wanna live like that? Do you really wanna live in a world where you are paranoid because you're constantly being influenced that there are people monitoring you. Who cares if they're monitoring you? Again, it's 6:45 right now in the morning, 6:45 a.m. I'm out with my camera doing my job. You know as well as I know that somebody's looking out their window and they're watching me. So if monitoring spirits is real and people are watching me while I'm recording, what exactly is that doing that's affecting me and my job? Absolutely nothing. So why are people so adamant to convince you that there are spirits that are monitoring you? It makes no sense. It really makes no sense at all, fam. Look, if I was concerned that people are watching me, I would not be doing what I'm doing. So think about that. If I was concerned, oh, you know, everybody's watching you, you don't feel uncomfortable. No, not at all. Why would I? Why would I when I'm working? I'm just doing my job, you know? So we got to get out of this mindset of, oh, you know, there are monitoring spirits watching you, and nobody's watching you like that, bro. Look, it's like I said, you got to think about this. I want all of you that are viewing the video right now to think about what I'm saying. What exactly are you doing in your life right now that spirits are monitoring you? What exactly are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing right now that spirits and demons are literally taking the time out of their busy schedule to watch you, bro? Like, this is how funny this is. It's really funny when you think about it. It makes absolutely no sense, you know? Nobody's watching you like that. There are no such thing as monitoring spirits that are chasing you around. No. You have people that will do things to annoy you. I could talk about that in other videos, right? You got things that people do, and I'm talking about people, human beings. There's things that people will do to annoy you. There is such thing as demonic possession, where people can be influenced by demonic spirits and they can mess with you. But to say that there are monitoring spirits, spirits that are watching you, is crazy. Absolutely crazy. And again, you're gonna see a lot of content creators make videos like that. And the reason why they do it, again, let me make this thing, extend this thing out. The reason why they're gonna do content like that is because it resonates with your fears. Again, it's a game of fear. Remember how many times I make content and I tell you, a lot of content creators fearmonger, right? They fearmonger, they promote fear, they talk about fear-based content. Why? Because they wanna make you afraid. They wanna scare you into doing whatever they want. They wanna fear-base you into spending money and taking trips and doing this and that, and oh, you know, we gotta do this together. And no, they're just trying to get the bottom line, which is your money. At the end of the day, it's about getting your money. As sad as it is, man, everything that people do is for $1. Nobody's just gonna be sitting around telling you that spirits are monitoring you. Where's that in the scriptures? Could anybody find one Bible verse that says spirits are monitoring you? Could anybody do that? I'll wait. I'll wait. I want to see one scripture, just one, of the Bible saying that spirits are out there monitoring you. It's not true, because nobody's monitoring you. Nobody is even watching you like that. Nobody. It's a lie. It's manipulation. They're manipulating you. This is what they do to manipulate you into believing that this is something real. It's a lie. Nobody is watching you like that. And this is something that I know from my own experience because I watch how people move. I watch where people live. I watch how people ride. I watch all the different things that people do. And it's enough to teach me that nobody's monitoring nobody. Nobody's watching you like that. Nobody's doing none of these things. This is all a mental game to play on your emotions, to make you believe that people are doing this and people are doing that. It's not so, bro. You know? So at the end of the day, I want you to all understand the real. Nobody is monitoring you. People can watch you, but I don't care because I know people, I understand people. I understand that people can be jealous. I can understand that people can be nosy and envious. All of those spirits I understand. But monitoring spirits? No. Nobody's monitoring you, fam. That's not happening. That's not happening at all. Now, if we're going to talk about stuff like people, like regular human beings that are monitoring you to try to get to know more about you, that's not a spirit. That's not monitoring spirits. That's just people being nosy. And I'm pretty sure each and every one of you have been a person who did that, where you watch somebody to try to get to know who they are, what they're doing, and what they're about. So that would make us all guilty of being monitoring spirits. You get what I'm saying? So again, there is no such thing as monitoring spirits. It's a gimmick. It's a lie to deceive chosen ones into believing mumbo jumbo. And I want you all to change your way of thinking and understand. Stop allowing people to make you paranoid, fam. That's paranoia right there, man. I cannot walk around with paranoia spirits on my back, making me feel that everybody's after me. Everybody's coming. The boogeyman is near. I don't got time for that. You know, let me see. I don't know exactly how long I've been filming, but it's probably almost 30 minutes. I'm trying to keep it around 30 minutes of video, right? So when it comes to the topic of monitoring spirits, right, I'm going to be exposing this topic. I'm going to be exposing YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagrammers, anybody that promote this nonsense of fear-mongering people with topics of spirits that are chasing them around. I'm exposing all of that mess because I realize they do it because they're trying to promote fear in you. That's what they're doing. They're trying to promote fear, create anxiety in you, have you worried about stuff, have you being suspicious of everybody that's around you. Imagine a life where you're just suspicious of everyone. That's crazy. Why would you want to be in a life where everybody you get around, you're like, oh no, that's a monitoring spirit. That's a demon. That's crazy. That's not normal. It is not normal, ladies and gentlemen, to be waking up in the morning thinking about spirits that are monitoring you. Does that sound normal to you? That's crazy. That don't even make no sense. But this is what they want you to believe. This is what they want you to believe. They want you to believe that when you come outside, that there are spirits waiting outside like Mexicans in the sun waiting for a job. No, that's not happening, fam. Does that make any sense? And again, you have to think about this. what exactly are they looking for? What are they monitoring? If you are not doing nothing productive in your life, if you're not creative, if you're not building something, then what exactly are they monitoring? Because I don't really care who's watching me, because I roll solo. I don't got no friends, and I don't want none. I don't trust nobody. I don't want no friends, none. I don't need none. Why? Because it's a distraction. So why would I, as a chosen one, be worried about somebody monitoring me if I roll solo? It does nothing for me. So why would you be so concerned about that kind of content? I saw this one video with this older gentleman. He was trying to talk about topics like this, and he was saying some crazy stuff, man. I mean, some wild stuff he was saying. And I'm pretty much gonna expose him and all the lies that he had to say to mislead the people. I'm gonna have to talk about that because this is crazy, bro. Like, I can't even believe this mess. But this is something that I personally know for a fact that it's just not true. Nobody believes this mess. Like, why? Why would you believe that somebody is monitoring you? For what? Does that make sense? Does it make sense, people? That's paranoia. That's fear. That's designed to make you fear and worry that somebody is after you. Nobody's after you like that. So again, don't be worried about stuff like this in terms of people chasing you around and monitoring you and demons looking for you, and nobody's watching you like that, bro. Nobody. This is crazy, man. So, hey, we're going to get up on out of here, man. Do what we got to do. I'm going to come back with another one. It's early. I think I hit the 30-minute mark. I'm going to try to do 4 videos back to back and get my workout in at the same time, you know? So, hey, y'all take care. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Ringo TV Reactions. I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out.